Baseball is a beautiful thing. It's more beautiful in an old park. It's asymmetrical and quirky. But even in a dome with artificial turf, it's beautiful. The way the field fans out, the choreography of the sport, the pace and rhythm of it, the fact that that pace and rhythm allows for conversation and reflection and opinion and comparison.
In right field, the crowd is tormenting Strawberries, singing, Darryl, Darryl. Little roller up along first, behind the man. It gets through Buckner. Here comes Knight, and the Mets win.
And there's a fly ball deep to left. It's on its way. There it goes. And the Yankees are going to the World Series. Aaron Boone.
Ground ball stabbed by Folk. He has it. He underhands to first for the first time in 86 years. The Red Sox have won baseball world championship. Can you believe it?
It's a pastime, something you do. It's entertainment, something you watch. And it's a shared experience, something you talk about and read about. But you can apply those same three criteria to other things. What makes baseball special is that it's the best game that's ever been devised.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy.
Sure as God made green apples, someday the Chicago Cubs are going to be in the World Series.
A little bouncer slowly toward Bryant. He will glove it in front of Rizzo. It's inside. And the Chicago Cubs win the World Series. Cubs win. What a lucky break. The good Lord wants the Cubs to win.
How can you not be romantic about baseball?
There's a very peaceful thing. It was created and played in pastures and meadows. There's grass, there's outdoors, there's everything that people thought was American and feel about America. You get in a ballpark, and it's the wonder of walking through that dark tunnel and seeing a huge open space where men play the little boy's game.
People will come.
They come for reasons they can't even fathom. I'm not sure why they're doing it. They'll arrive at your door, as innocent as children, longing for the past.
Sit in shirt sleeves on a perfect afternoon. They have reserved seats somewhere along one of the baselines. Back when they were children. Cheered their heroes. It'll be as if they dipped themselves in magic waters. The memories will be so thick that I've brushed them away from their faces. People will come. The one constant through all the years has been baseball. America has rolled by like an army of steamrollers. Been erased like a blackboard. Rebuilt and erased again. Baseball to mark the time. This field, this game, it's a part of our past. It reminds us of all that once was good. And it could be again. Oh, people will come. People will most definitely come.
We're all told at some point in time we can no longer play the children's game. We just don't know when that's going to be. Some of us are told at 18, some of us are told at 40. But we're all told.
I believe in the Church of Baseball. I've tried all the major religions and most of the minor ones. I know things. For instance, there are 108 beads in a Catholic rosary, and there are 108 stitches in a baseball. I prefer metaphysics to theology. You see, there's no guilt in baseball, and it's never boring. It's a long season, and you gotta trust it. I've tried them all, I really have. And the only church that truly feeds the soul day in, day out is the Church of Baseball.
Braves coming. If there's a bigger thing going on right now, I don't know what it is.
I never heard of half of these guys. And the ones I do know are way past their prime.
Most of these guys never had a prime.
This guy here is dead.
Cross him off, then.
The local press seems to think we'd save everyone a lot of time and trouble if we just went out and shot ourselves.
We got uniforms and everything.
You know, you might think about taking Jesus Christ as your savior instead of fooling around with all this stuff. I like him very much. He no help with curveball.
You trying to say Jesus Christ can't hit a curveball?
But I'll tell you, these fans are great. Listen to them. Hey, way to go, Rick. All of Ohio loves you. Come on, baby. Come on, Ricky. Come on, Ricky.
The game doesn't stink. It's a great game.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. We direct your attention now to home plate. Please remain standing. We call your attention to our fans here today. They will be jointly directed. And now, another fixture. Our national anthem.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight for the ramparts we once were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red ailerons bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
At this time, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to introduce today's teams as participants in this historic game.
Play ball!
Down a beer? 7 o'clock in the morning. Scotch?
Hey, howdy, hi, and how the hell are you? Pull up an armchair, girls and boys. Pour you a cold one. It's time for Radio Baseball. You're listening live. We're set for pitch-by-pitch, play-by-play, the classic call of Radio Baseball. Hi, I'm Mac McGee. It's time to put it all aside for what should be a great game here on the Diamond. As we take you out to the old ballpark, pick up your feet, let's take a journey back to the golden age of Radio Baseball. We'll do our best to paint the picture as the game goes along. Roll call is on the way. It's time to join the country club, join in the fun. Get your game face on. We'll go over the lineups as the game moves along. Well, it's about that time. Grab you a cold one. Find you an armchair. Major League Baseball, right here on the BCR Radio Baseball, your modern-day superstation, bringing you pitch-by-pitch, play-by-play of Major League Baseball and our one-of-a-kind production. Take us anywhere you go for over 300 play-by-play games right here on the BCR. Please like and subscribe today. Don't forget to hype the videos. It helps the smaller stations to bring folks in so we can all root this great game on together. Join the country club today, and a special thanks to all the members in the country club. You help support the BCR.
Get this bus moving.
Stop.
Come back.
Too late.
Roll call! Yeah, roll call!
You're in Braves country.
Well, I saw Jameson here earlier, and I see John. The rest of us are either me or they work for us. So this is going to be really, really quick roll call. John, anything you want to talk about real quick? I got about 60 seconds. Good to see you, Peter. I know most people are trying to get something to eat or whatever, getting ready for the game. Yeah, Sale was actually physically ill. I'll talk about that here when we get to first pitch. But I got audio of the whole thing. We're going to play it on Braves Country today, which will air tomorrow. But yeah, they didn't say anything to anybody. He didn't say anything. His post-game interview, I'll talk about that more in a second. If I forget, just remind me.
In our sundown perambulations of late, through the outer parts of Brooklyn, we have observed several parties of youngsters playing base, a certain game of ball. Let us go forth a while and get better air in our lungs. Let us leave our close rooms. The game of ball is glorious.
It is played everywhere. In parks and playgrounds and prison yards, in back alleys and farmers' fields, by small boys and old men, raw amateurs and millionaire professionals. It is a leisurely game that demands blinding speed. The only game in which the defense has the ball. It follows the season, the fond expectancy of springtime and ending with the hard facts of autumn.
Because we've been playing it fundamentally the same way for so long, the way that we can find the benchmarks that cross generations and cross decades is to be able to use these statistics as if they were labels. They aren't numbers. 300 hitter is not a number. The 300 hitter is a tag that means something today as it did in 1930, as it did in 1890. I can make that comparison with my father, who could have made it with his father, that common language.
It's our game, America's game.
We'd spit tobacco juice on a spike wound, rub dirt in it, and get out there and play.
Baseball's a gentleman's sport. Sportsmanship spoke from the heart of America.
It is a haunted game in which every player is measured against the ghosts of all who have gone before. Most of all, it is about time and timelessness, speed and grace, failure and loss, imperishable hope and coming home.
Somebody sat down and said, hey, it ought to be 90 feet. If it were 88 feet, the game would be very different. Think of the double plays. If it were 94 feet, batting averages would drop remarkably. 90 feet, that was a pick from heaven.
This is a reminder, disorderly conduct will not be tolerated. Please respect your fellow fan and refrain from any unruly behavior. Failure to comply with these guidelines will result in ejection.
Baseball serves the same purpose as a revolution in Central America or a thunderstorm on a hot day. A tonic, an exercise, so long as it remains our national game, America will abide no monarchy, and anarchy will be too slow.
Ladies and gentlemen, we interrupt our program of dance music to bring you a special bulletin from the Intercontinental Radio News.
Ladies and gentlemen, the flash in the sky was visible within a radius of several hundred miles, and the noise of the impact was heard as far north as Chicago, Illinois. We have dispatched a special mobile unit to the scene, and we'll have our commentator give you a word picture of the scene as soon as he can reach there.
Reports observing several explosions occurring at regular intervals and moving toward the Earth with enormous velocity, like a jet of blue flame shot from a gun.
Crosley Service estimated that 32 million people were listening in on radios.
Quietly, and we will control all that you see and hear. You are about to participate in a great adventure. You are about to experience the awe and mystery which reaches from the inner mind to
the BCR, your home for the classic call, radio baseball.
Hi, folks. Join us now for another ball game. Yes, sir. Why, we'll send you the play-by-play. This is the one we've been waiting for. This is it. This makes you feel like it's spring and baseball, no more measles, and free tickets to the circus.
Although edited, tonight's thriller contains suspense and violence which may be unsuitable. Parental discretion is advised.
2, 4, 6, 8. Who do we appreciate?
Braves country.
Welcome in. Know a lot of people probably running around trying to get something to eat and whatnot. As soon as we get the 3D kicking, the New York Yankees are wearing their road grays in classic fashion with New York across the chest in block letters in navy. Navy ball caps interlocking NY in white. And the Seattle Mariners are wearing their home whites. I think this is one of the more underrated jerseys in baseball. White top to bottom, Mariners across the chest in blue outlined in green. Navy blue ball cap. A silver S. On the ball cap with the Mariner symbol. I didn't end up getting, well, I got Cal Raleigh in one random league, I believe, but I don't think I've got him in one of our leagues. I'm not sure. I know I don't have him in my Dynasty League, and I don't think I have him in the Radio League. Coco, you should have joined the Radio League. George Kirby firing his final warm-up tosses. We're just about set for pitch-by-pitch, play-by-play. As soon as we get the 3D brewing, we'll lift the curtain. I think I accidentally deleted this game's show card because I needed Thursday for, oh, you know what? That's what it is. Today's not Thursday. We're just about set. Pitch by pitch, play by play. And yes, sir, it is baseball time in Seattle. First pitch on the way. Foul back out of play. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Kirby comes set. Kicks and fires. Swing. Chops it down the first base line towards the dugout. It's 0-2. So an 0-2 count. I don't know why, but I had it in my head that it was Thursday when I was bringing these up. Oh-2 count from Kirby. We'll go ahead and adjust the camera so you can see the side view a little better. Pitch on the way. High and out of the zone. It's 1-2. So a 1-2 count. Welcome into everybody. Yankees versus Mariners. The 1-2 pitch. Bang! Strike three. Got him. One away. At least you're not in our fantasy league, are you, Coco? One up, one down. Can't remember who's all in there. I know the league's a little larger than it was last year. First pitch on the way is right there for a strike. It's 0-1. I know I got Cal Raleigh in a ton of my best ball leagues on Underdog, mainly just because I'm a big fan, is the 0-1 pitch. Drops it down below the knees. Raleigh is going to challenge that to Judge. It looked a little low, but we'll see what happens here. It's be a really early to lose that first challenge to see where it hits. That ball it's below the knees. It's a little closer to what they're showing on ABS, but I don't think it hit the zone. So one ABS challenge down for Seattle. They're down to one for the next 8.5 plus innings. The 1-1 pitch, swing blasted high and deep, but that ball will stay in the park. Underneath it, making the catch out there, is Luke Raley, and there's 2 down. Oh, okay. It's Ready 70. All right. So you've got him in our league. That's who's got him. I didn't really have him in the season-long leagues. I didn't necessarily, as the first pitch to Bellinger's off the plate wide for a ball. It's 1-0. On those leagues, the year-long leagues, I didn't necessarily target Raleigh as the 1-0 pitch. Swing, fouls it away. And 1. Mainly because he was going so high. And I do think he's worth it per se, but the catcher position is so much deeper than it ever used to be. 1-1 count. Down below the knees. Ball 2-1. See what your team looks like here. I'm pulling up here on my phone. Got Raleigh and Harper and Lowe. Correa. Perdomo. Stanton. Bellinger. We got a few guys in this game. The 2-1 count. Swing. Fouls it off the ends. Right on the inner thigh of Raleigh. I think it got his leg. It's either that. Let me see what the... Whoa, man, that was close to the family jewels. Cup check. There won't be any little dumpers running around. It takes too many more there. Bellinger calls time. He stays in the box, but he did call time. So a 2-2 count. Kicks and fires. Check swing. Did he go around? He did not. Full count. I'm just a big Raleigh fan because he played at Florida State. And just this whole story, the kicker was when he won the MLB Home Run Derby and all that stuff that went on with his family, the payoff pitch. Inside ball 4. So Kirby loses the 2-out. Bellinger to a walk, and he'll head on down to first. Righty-lefty matchup is Uncle Ben's Rice takes the first pitch down and in for a ball. It's 1-0. Righty-lefty matchup. 1-0. Kirby comes set, turns and kicks. Bender down and in. 2-0. 2-0 count. Plus, I watch so much West Coast baseball, like it's hard not to start following some of these guys because when the Braves get done, I usually watch a ton of games. I really enjoyed the playoff experience with the Seattle fans last year. 2-0 pitch, swing and a miss. Runner goes. Here comes the throw down to second base. It is not caught by Rivas. Rivas. It's a wide throw, and Rivas probably actually wasn't bad strategy. He worried more about pretending like he had it and holding the tag, so he deked Bellinger into thinking that he had the ball. Meanwhile, Julio Rodriguez backed it up. And by the time Bellinger realized what was going on, Julio had the ball. Time will be called as Rice steps out of the box. Righty-lefty matchup. The 2-1 count from Kirby. Swing! Chops it down the first base line. That's a fair ball. That ball's going to get down into the corner, rattle around like a pinball, and it's 1-0 Yankees. An RBI double by Uncle Ben's Rice. Just like that. It's 1-0. New York with the lead. Righty-righty matchup now. Goldschmidt, the batter. He'll take the first pitch, 97-mile-an-hour fastball right there, smacks the black. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Comes set. Kicks and fires. Swing, pops it up. High in the sky, down the line. Out of play. It's 0-2. 0-2 count, runner at second. 2 outs. Our next doubleheader will be Friday. That is a day game. 2 o'clock first pitch with the Red Sox home opener versus the Padres, and then the Braves play late that night at 9:40. The 2-0 pitch, outside wide. So it's 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner at second. Goldschmidt digging in. The 1-2 pitch. Man, that just missed the zone. Kirby wants to challenge that one, and I think he wants to challenge it because an earlier strike was called there, though I don't think it's hitting the zone. We'll hit your out-of-town scoreboard here in a second after things calm down, and he's going to get it. It just kisses the black, and that'll end the inning. Big strikeout, big challenge by Kirby, and it's Seattle's turn when we return. 1-0, Big Apple over the Great Northwest.
Automated system that can handle complete sentences.
You understand that? Can I talk to a human, please?
Even the Mafia had one rule in New York: don't cross the Irish. Before the 5 families controlled the streets, before organized crime had structure and suits, New York belonged to gangs, and many of them were Irish. The Dead Rabbits, the Wyos, the Gophers, and later the Westies of Hell's Kitchen. These weren't polished mobsters. They were famine survivors' sons, dock workers, Civil War veterans, men who grew up fighting for scraps. They didn't negotiate power. They took it. When Italian crime families began rising in the early 1900s, they understood something fast. The Irish weren't easy to intimidate. In Hell's Kitchen, the Westies became so unpredictable that even Gambino bosses warned their own men, you can do business with them, but you can't control them.
What did George say to you? How did you find out?
George didn't say anything. Clyde King told me today.
The indignity of it. He asks an assistant to go tell Yogi Berra, who contributed as much to the Yankees as any man ever, and sends an assistant to fire him.
What did he say?
What did he say? I was dismissed.
How's Dale taking it? So did you and he have a chance to talk at all today?
Oh, yeah. I talked to him today, and I said, you got to keep playing. I think they got a good manager, Billy Martin. Billy's my friend.
What do you think about it?
What I think about, well, you know, there's not much to think about it.
Well, Dad asked if he could ride on the team bus to the airport and sit in his manager's spot where he always sat. And we stopped, and as he stood up to leave, the entire bus got up, gave him a standing ovation as he was going to go home. Now, don't think that's ever happened before in sports.
What's the reaction of the players?
Well, the players liked Yogi. How are they going to react to Billy? It remains to be seen.
Pull up a chair and grab a cold one. You're home for the classic call, Radio Baseball. Welcome back. First pitch swinging by Brendan Donovan. He's going to rattle that into the corner. It's going to get down where the green grass grows, up against the wall, heading for second. Judge fires it in the infield, and it's a leadoff double for the Seattle Mariners. Good hard hit ball to start the game. Schlittler, the malt liquor bull. What a terrible pitch. It was on the inside. Righty-lefty matchup, and Raleigh, the batter. The big dumper digging in. First pitch from Schlittler. Gotta be careful of that name. 96 miles an hour right down the pipe. It's 0-1. You'll probably hear me call him the bull or the malt liquor bull more times than Cam Schlittler or just Cam, because we are going on radio live in 7 different states, 11 different radio stations. As the pitch on the way is inside, it's 1-1. Get a chance, jump into youtube.com/@BravesCountry, Braves Country Radio. Come in and subscribe, maybe smash a like. And if you want to chat away, that's where we're at. 1-1 count right there, P at the knees. Filthy. 1-2. The 1-2. Cam brings it. Swing and a miss, strike 3, 96 miles an hour, pumping it right by him. 1 away. Curious to see what the over-under on Cam's pitch count is today, like what they have internally designed, because his strikeout number was incredibly low. 4.5. And the first red flag that jumps out at me for folks who may want to jump on that is, are they expecting this to be a short start? Is that why it's such a low number? First pitch to Julio Rodriguez is right there for a strike. It's 0-1. Because if that's the case, then, you totally understand it. 4.5, there was 5.5 on one book, but you had to pay a plus price. The 0-1 count. Turns and kicks. Swing! Bangs it foul. It's 0-2. A foul tip into the glove. 0-2 count. As he steps out of the box. So, yeah, Chris Sale was sick. Ill. I mean, he was sick. He's always sick. but he was ill, under the weather today. They weren't sure if he was going to start, according to Walt Weiss. The 0-2. Turns and fires. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. 2 strikeouts on the day for Cam, and there's 2 down. It's funny, he's growing his hair out. Cam is where he is looking more and more like a skinny, younger version of Garrett Cole, who they expect to be coming back in the next month or 2. First pitch on the way to Josh Naylor. Naylor, he don't even know. Our first pitch on the way is swung on and lifted to left. Bellinger's underneath it, and that'll end the inning. Mariners get one on, but can't do nothing with it. We'll be back in a flash here on the BCR.
Oh, my mama. Soon as you be trying to eat and drive, now all of a sudden every light green.
Where do the people that work the tolls park? Because they're on the highway, and there's not a parking lot in sight. Maybe they're all walkers? Probably not. Maybe they live there.
Okay. Boop, you got me on the edge of the bed. Now I'm over here looking at carpet. Can you slide over a piece?
Hey, I ain't got no room over here either.
You ain't got no room, Boop?
No.
Babies with grown-up names freak me out. Like, no, I don't want to hold Barry. You talking about, can you babysit Barbara? No! She's freaking 4 years old and look like she's about to come in my house and judge me because my baseboards aren't clean.
Shout out to whoever said men would rather sit around naming random athletes instead of going to therapy. I'm in the middle of a very emotional time of my life. Nothing has provided comfort quite like going through my old trading card collection. Something about reliving the career of Keenan McCardell has been incredibly soothing for me.
Then, of course, he ate God knows how many hot dogs.
He'd run me back into the dressing room during a game and get a couple of hot dogs and a bottle of soda pop. I'd go back 2, 3, 4 times during a ball game. Hot mustard, relish, sauerkraut. He had the works.
Oh, good Lord. Oh, my. Yes, he ate. He was hungry. He had an appetite for everything. He wanted to taste everything. He chased women.
Were times when even Ruth took excess to the extreme. He missed 2 months of the 25 season with a mysterious illness the writers called the bellyache heard round the world, although others hinted that syphilis was the more likely cause.
He did everything to excess. The bad things and all of the good things, too.
Just when I thought food couldn't make a call, onion rings.
Welcome back. Jazz Chisholm, the batter for the New York Yankees. First pitch on the way is right there for a ball. It's 1-0. 1-0. Righty-lefty matchup. Kirby fires, swing, fouls it away. 1-1 count. Kirby from the stretch swings and miss on that by Jazz Chisholm as the fastball gets him up top. One, two. Swing and a miss, strike 3. One away. Seattle's feed is blipping out. About gave me either a seizure or Tourette's, but hopefully that's done. That's the second time it's done it in this game. Righty-righty matchup. First pitch to Rosario, the third baseman for the New York Yankees, is a swing and foul it out of the glove of Raleigh. It's 0-1. Rosario. Righty-righty. Here's the pitch. Swing, broken bat is going to go over the head of Josh Naylor. Down for a base hit. Rosario slams on the brakes. Thinks about going for 2, but he'll stay right there. And it's a 1-out single for the New York Yankees. Bat shattered in half. He had just enough oomph on it to get it over Josh Naylor's head. That'll bring Austin Wells to the plate. First pitch swinging. Rattles it back foul. It's 0-1. The 0-1. 1-0 your score. So yeah, the thing about Chris Sale, evidently he was sick. They didn't know if he was, as they're going to flip it over to first real quick to keep the runner close by. They didn't know he was going to pitch until today, evidently. They were talking about the fact that it was literally a morning decision for him to even warm up. And then on top of that, Sale said is the 0-1 outside wide, 1-1. He didn't mention being sick. And that's what you got to love about Chris Sale as a stand-up guy. You just got to love that about him. But he didn't even mention that. 1-1 count. Kicks and fires, swing, fouls it away. It's 1-2. And when he came to the podium post-game, they asked him about his stuff, and he mentioned that he didn't think he had enough, that he thought the pitches had good shape, but he didn't have enough oomph on it. And he just said, and I'll play the full audio for you tomorrow morning, but 1-2 count, swing, chops it over to first. Naylor steps on the back, throws it down to second, and sliding into second base. Rosario's out, double play again out of the inning. We'll be back in a flash, tell you more about what Sales said. It makes it even more impressive when we return.
Oh my mama, ATM be having $4 withdrawal fees and talking about cover your pen. You the thief?
Baby, I could give a less that it is 7 degrees where you live. It is 50 degrees in Florida, which means I am still cold. Every time a Floridian gets up on this app and is like, I'm freezing, it's 50 degrees out. Here comes somebody from the North Pole talking about, at least it isn't 7. No one told you to live with Santa Claus. No one. Do you know why people live in this crazy ass, wild ass state? Aside from the whores and the drugs? Because it's warm. It's like a constant vacation here. We got Disney World and STDs. If it's 50 degrees and I say I'm cold, please don't invalidate my coldness by telling me it's 7 degrees where you live. I don't care. I don't care.
At my funeral, sit me up so I can see if my sister got my clothes on. Mind y'all, she 100 pounds almost less than me. Girl, you do not need that big ass shirt on. Take my stuff off and take it off now before I rip it off your back. If I gotta come back to life to rip it off your back, that's gonna have to just be what it is.
Christ almighty, it's like I'm sitting here playing cards with my brother's kids or something. You nerve-wracking sons of...
The two sides of Ruth's personality were markedly different, yet equally compelling. At times egotistical and selfish, the babe could also be thoughtful and considerate. He was extremely generous with his time and money, especially with kids. Ruth reveled in the smile of a child. In their eyes he saw himself. He enjoyed the innocence and spontaneity of adolescence. Forsaken by his parents, the babe wanted kids to experience the love and affection he felt he never really had.
Ruth's relationship with children was remarkable. It was genuine.
Almost every weekend, Babe Ruth would come in and help us bagging peanuts. He'd work for a couple of hours with us. Then he'd throw a $10 or a $20 bill on the table where we were working, take care of the kids. He'd walk out.
Welcome in your home for the classic call, Radio Baseball. Randy Arozarena will lead us off here as we begin the bottom of the second inning. New York leads Seattle 1-0. First pitch on the way is up top for a ball. It's 1-0. Righty-righty matchup. 1-0. Swing, come back to the mound. It's going to be a quick hopper into his glove. He flips it to first. Good old-fashioned atom ball. One away. One up, one down. That'll bring Luke Raley to the plate. Schlittler, by the way, not only did 2 strikeouts in the first inning, he only threw 10 pitches. 9 pitches, excuse me. First pitch on the way there to Raley. It's a swing and a miss at a strike. It's 0-1. Righty-lefty matchup. Cam comes set. Kicks and fires. Swing and a miss. 0-2. Let's see. Max Fried had another gem last night. Good thing we got rid of that guy. Weighing us down. The 0-2 pitch. Swing, and that ball's going to get lifted into left field, down for a base hit. And 1 on, 1 out here to start the bottom of the second inning for the Seattle Mariners. Good piece of hitting there. Just kind of punched it over the infield. Good job by Rayleigh to fight that off, and Dominic Canzone, the big calzone, coming to the plate. First pitch is outside wide, 97 miles an hour. It's 1-0. Infield is back and to the right. Double play depth. The 1-0 pitch just misses. And Wells wants to challenge this. We'll see how this comes out. Rosario's playing pretty even, tad behind third base back. He's essentially, as that will be called a strike, so that'll change it to 1-1. He's essentially playing the shortstop position, and Rosario, by trade, was a shortstop before he started playing third quite regularly for the Yankees. So Chris Sale is the 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss. 1-2. Chris Sale was mentioning that he thought he had good shape on his pitches during the warm-up before the game ever started down there in the bullpen. And he just mentioned that he didn't think that he had his great stuff today, and sometimes that happens. That's all he said is the 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Chased 97 out of the zone, 2 down. But he didn't tell the people he was sick or anything like that. And you just got to respect that, because that's old school as it gets, to be honest with you. To not lean on the fact, because you knew what was coming next. People were going to start asking about his velocity or this or that, his mechanics. And he just kind of shrugged it off. First pitch on the way is down and in to Cole Young, the batter. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Kicks and fires. Check swing. Did not go around. 1-1. 1-1 count. Schlittler already with 3 strikeouts on just 20 pitches. The 1-1. Swing, chops it over to second. And a 4-3 put out to end the inning. So the Yankees lead it 1-0, go to the top of the third. That may be also why, now we know, he was pulled with 74 pitches. We'll be back in a flash.
I've tried to like people. I really have. But then they start talking and breathing and stuff. And I don't like that.
Things that can right off. 2-part authenticator. What the hell are we doing? Like, why is it that when I open it up, I have like 13 milliseconds to get the code, put the code in? Like, no, I'm not playing a game of perfection, okay? I already suffered anxiety from that game in my childhood. I don't need that as an adult. Passkeys. Do you remember when we had just passwords? Now we have passwords, passcodes, authenticator codes, Face ID scans, f***ing retina scans. Like, I have to give you my blood just to log into my work email. Bubble headbands. I don't understand them. Why are they so tall? Like, influencers put them on and I feel like they're one step away from looking like a bath toy. And I can't tell when you put them on if you're going to do your skincare routine or if you're going to host a children's show dressed like a vegetable. You look like a loofah.
Then it angered a lot of guys. I think that lack of respect is what caused the anger.
What is that? What do you call that? You just turning him out to the pasture, you know? I mean, that was no pride, tradition. You know, that wasn't respect.
And really was upset. We were mad, really. We were upset because he didn't deserve that and felt genuinely sorry for the fact that he lost his job because we didn't get off to a good start.
It was heartbreaking to see that man walk away like that, you know, and treated like that, really, because of who he was.
He was the Yankees. I don't care what they say about all these other guys. He was the Yankees. Not just because he could play ball. You can't treat people like they're serfs.
I think it was the biggest mistake that George Steinbrenner ever made in the baseball game, and certainly with the New York Yankees, because people loved Yogi Berra.
judgment should not be about the actual item of clothing. The judgment should be about the hygiene. We have given dirty slobs a pass.
Welcome back. First pitch on the way is a swing and a miss, and Caballero loses the bat right behind him. Had to look like, what the hell was that? It's 0-1. He's going to go get some stickum, put it on his bat handle. Good to see you, Uncle Charlie. Thank you, sir. Y'all did a great job of getting us some runs in that first game, all you listeners. Is the 0-1 pitch, swing, chops and foul. It's 0-2. Still haven't really seen this offense break out, have we? And I know we're missing a couple of pieces, but it's coming. I mean, we scored 5 today. We scored 6 in game 1 of the season, 6 in game 2 of the season. The 0-2 count, swing, rolls it over towards third. Donovan's got it. He'll fire it to first. 5-3. One away. And that is the one guy that I was hoping Atlanta was going to get in the offseason, was this guy here, Donovan. So he can play all over the infield. Can you imagine if we had him and Dubon? And the fact that he can swing from the left side, you wouldn't even had to have made the signing for Kim. And I'll be excited to see Kim come back to the team, but it just, the fact of the matter is you could have spent that money elsewhere. First pitch is down and away for a ball to Trent Grisham. It's 1-0. He's such an underrated player because he's played on some Cardinal teams that recently haven't really got that in that win column, as Trent Grisham lifts one. High into right center field, calling off Rayleigh out there is Julio. He's down in the schoolyard, F8 in your scorecard, and there's 2 down. But you would have had such just a monster depth up and down, and you could give all the other guys days off because Donovan can play all over the field. Bond can play all over the field. So anybody in the infield, they can give him the day off, and it would have been, and Donovan can play outfield too. He played quite a bit of outfield. First pitch to Judge is swung on and fouled back out of play. It's 0-1. Righty-righty matchup. The 0-1. Outside wide, 1-1. He was rumored big time on the trade block when the trade season started. We talked about it a little bit, but I didn't go into much depth. I really didn't think he was going to be traded. I thought it was insane to trade that guy. The 1-1. Swing, fist it back, foul. It's 1-2. And unless you're actually in those war rooms and getting the information and exchanging trade ideas and whatnot, you hear a ton of things, but you're not really sure who's actually on the trade block. And he was rumored to be on the trade block last trade deadline. He's just always been one of my favorite players, mainly because of his versatility. 1-2 to Judge. Kirby turns and fires. Check swing. Did he go around? He did not. So a 2-2. Nobody on, 2 outs. Kirby looking in. Cal sets up outside. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That pitch actually dove inside, and that'll end the inning. Yankees go down. 1, 2, 3. We'll be back in a flash here on the BCR Radio Network. You're out of town doubleheader.
Rube Waddell. I need to talk about this man right now. Rube was an All-American pitcher and the most chaotic person to have ever walked the earth. He was born in October 1876 and died in April 1914. The thing you gotta understand about Rube is that he was truly an incredible pitcher when he wasn't drunk or being the most whimsical menace to ever exist, and sometimes also while he was doing those things. So buckle up. Rube once left in the middle of a game to go fishing. He also loved fire trucks, and he would run off the field to go chase them. He would also just disappear for months on end in the off season, and they wouldn't realize till later that he was wrestling alligators in a circus. He was easily distracted by fans who held up puppies, so he would run over during games to go play with them. He was also distracted by shiny objects, which seemed to put him in a trance. He also had a major alcohol problem, which obviously caused problems for him. One time he decided to play football in the offseason, but broke the star quarterback's leg in the first practice. During the 1903 baseball season alone, he did the following. He met, married, and separated from a woman, saved a whole separate woman from drowning, shot a friend through the hand, was bitten by a lion, and toured the nation as an actor in a melodrama where he could never memorize his lines, so the actors let him improv it just about every night. And he was critically acclaimed for a move where he was able to lift up the villain in the play and toss him across the stage. He broke so many records for pitching, and some of them still stand today. Apparently, he married so many women in his life that he lost track. I would have been one of them. By 1912 and 13, he was really struggling with his alcoholism, but that didn't stop him from helping to save a town in Kentucky from a spring flood. Apparently, as a result of that, he caught pneumonia and then eventually tuberculosis, so he went to a sanitarium where he eventually passed away in April 1914. And that is just a small taste of the legend of Rube Waddell, All-American pitcher, alcoholic, world champion of divorce.
Welcome back. First pitch on the way from Cam Schlittler. The Malt Liquor Bull fires one in there and just misses for a ball in the inside track to Leo Rivas, as we like to call him here. Rivas, Las Vegas. The 1-0. Right there at the knees. 1-1. Cam so far with 3 strikeouts. Kirby with 4. I think Kirby's over-under was 6.5. Might have been 5.5. I for some reason, I think it was 6.5. The 1-1. Swing fouls it away. It's 1-2. Whatever it was, I thought it was fairly low considering he's a strikeout pitcher, but he is facing the Yankees, and they have been red hot. They come into this game 4-1 on the season. The 1-2. Fastball misses high. 25th pitch of the day. And it's 2-2. Out of town scoreboard real quick. Mets and Cardinals are tied in the bottom of the 9th. Cardinals are at the plate as the 2-2 pitch. Fouls it back. Do it again. Yankees 1, Seattle nothing. The 2-2. Inside. Full count. Cubs over the Angels 6-2. Top of the 8th. We'll see the Angels next week. I'm sure Pete is ready for that. See your old buddy Travis d'Arnaud. And Jorge Soler still out there as well, the payoff pitch. Caught him at the knees, strike 3. Got him. I mean, bang. Just touched the black down below, and there's one away. I know Rivas wanted to challenge that, and it was a really good frame by Wells. But that was so close, and the last thing they want to do is lose their last challenge in the 3rd inning to the number 9 hitter. Diamondbacks lead the Tigers 1-0. That game's early going. First pitch right there to Brendan Donovan, who ripped a double his first time up. It's 0-1. Other games going on right now. Giants and Padres 1-0 San Diego. The 0-1 pitch, swing. Rolls it over to first, and quickly on it, touching the bag is the Gold Glover Goldschmidt. Goldfinger steps on the pillow, and there's 2 down. There are 2 games tonight, and that's it. It's one of the reasons why we didn't do a split doubleheader. Royals and Twins at 7:40, and then Guardians at Dodgers at 8:20. if that Guardians-Dodgers game would have started just a tad earlier, that's probably the one we would have done, but it's not in the cards. Pitch on the way to Raleigh is swung on and popped up down the line, fouling out of play. It's 0-1. I'm really surprised they had so many day games because they're not really going up against anything tonight. See, tomorrow you got a few things going on, but I guess it's about the same. The Final Four doesn't start till Saturday night. The 0-1 count. Swing pops it up. High in the sky, Cal Raleigh, F3 in your scorecard. He gone. We're going to go to the top of the fourth. It is 0-0 in a quick-moving game here in Seattle.
I am a firm believer that companies are now selling us inconvenience so they can upsell us on convenience.
My grandma loved to bake, but she was terrible at it. She used to substitute everything. So she'd say, "Oh, I made you a peach cobbler." And then you're about to take the first bite, and she's like, "Didn't have any peaches, so I used yams. Didn't have any sugar, so I used maple syrup. Didn't have any pie crust, so I used pizza crust."
I don't know why, but I automatically think like plans are canceled anytime it rains. Like if I plan something with you or you plan something with me and it start raining, I don't know why my brain be like, "Oh yeah, we ain't doing it no more. That shit ain't happening."
Alexa, should I be really cheeky and have another glass of wine?
Yeah, sure. Why not? It's not like you've drank every day this week, or you've been piling on weight for months. Have another glass of Cab Sav in your pajamas. Chin chin, you fat pig. Do you have another question?
No.
Steinbrenner should have his head examined. He never knows whether he's coming or going. Billy Martin equals him. They deserve one another.
I've never liked Billy Martin, but I don't like George Steinbrenner either. I am a fan of Yogi's.
It took a lot to make Yogi mad, but the way his firing went down made him furious. And he swore he'd never return to Yankee Stadium as long as Steinbrenner was in charge.
He didn't tell me I was fired. He sent somebody else to get fired, and I didn't like that. Said I'd never go back to Yankee Stadium.
I would very much like Yogi to come back. Very much.
He feels you went back on your word. That you.
Well, I don't really.
You said he was there for 162 games and 16, and he was out.
If he feels I did that to him, I apologize to him, but I can't.
Do you have regrets over that decision?
If that's accurately stated, definitely have it.
Do you have regrets over firing Yogi Berra after 16 games?
I have regrets over letting a lot of people go.
But what about Yogi?
Welcome back. First pitch on the way from Kirby to Cody Bellinger. Bangs it off the plate. It's 0-1. Top of the fourth. 1-0 New York Yankees. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors for the Bronx Bombers. No runs, 2 hits, no errors for the Mariners. The 0-1 swing fouls it away. It's 0-2. Which one are you talking about, Adam? Are you talking about 6.5? Are you talking about the over-under, or are you talking about a prop bet? The 0-2 inside. 1-2. The 1-2 count. Brings it. Down and in. Ball 2, 2-2. No, as soon as y'all started drafting Cal Raleigh in front of me in all these leagues, that was the kiss of death. The 2-2, down and in. Ball 3, 3-2. So a full count. In the radio league, I checked it during one of the breaks. I have Sal Perez. I knew I had a good catcher. Couldn't remember who it was. The 3-2. Swing! Fouls it away. In my dynasty, I've got Drake and I have Goodman. You don't use a super deep bench on the hitters, so I use him on utility, especially when he's at home. The payoff pitch, swing, lifts it into left field, drifting back. Just for the warning track, it'll be Randy Arozarena with the catch, and there's one away. I'm I'm assuming that he was referring to the over-under 6.5 on the total on the money line, which would make sense because if y'all heard me break it down yesterday, is the first pitch on the way to Kirby's off his foot, ricochets, and how about that? It ricochets, Cole Young stays with it, flips it to first, and there's 2 down. And Kirby says he's okay. Had kind of a wry grin there. Mainly because how many times does that happen where it actually goes right to a fielder? I mean, it's very rare. Well, I've seen it like 3 times this week. First pitch swinging by Goldschmidt is dribbled down the third base line. It's foul. It's 0-1. The 0-1. No, it's 1-0, Charlie. I'm not sure what you heard. The 1-0 count. Swing. Fouls it off. It's 0-2. Yankees scored the first run in the first inning. Rice knocking home Bellinger. Seattle did threaten with the leadoff double by Donovan, but nobody could get him over or across. 0-2 count. Kirby looking in. Raleigh setting sign. Here's the pitch. Swing, pops it back foul. One run, 2 hits, no errors for New York. No runs, 2 hits, no errors for Seattle. The 0-2. He'll punch that foul down the right field side, well past the first base dugout into the crowd. San Diego leads San Francisco 1-0. The Padres are off to a slow start. And they are in extra innings in St. Louis. The 0-2 caught, looking strike 3. Punched him out upstairs. Top shelf. Tequila. We'll be back in a flash here on the BCR.
Oh my mama, this broke ass world, you don't even find money on the ground no more.
At the risk of sounding dumb, what is a real estate novelist? And why does it take up so much time that Paul can't have a wife? Let me know, because I cannot figure it out.
When scientists say things like polar bears can smell a seal up to 20 miles away, what test did y'all run to figure that out? Did you do you realize how far 20 miles is? How did y'all figure that out? I just have so many questions.
I am 37 years old today. Is this the age when we can just start rounding up? Like whenever somebody says something like, oh, why are you limping around? I'm 40, do what I want.
Why don't escaped convicts make good writers? Because they never finish their sentences.
No other public figure was worshipped like the Babe. Thanks to his friends in the press, Ruth's repulsive behavior was never reported. His vulgar side rarely seen. To his adoring fans, Ruth's indiscretions were harmless. He was a humble everyman, a kindred spirit.
You know how an aura exudes? There was a quality about Ruth that just invited you in.
They didn't care a whole lot about exhibition games. By and large, you play half a game and that's it. But the guys are complaining. He says, "Jeez, Krotz, let's get out of here." And the Babe says, "You want to get out of here?" He says, "I'll stop the game next inning." Next inning, some young kid ran out for his autograph. And the Babe, he signs for him. Well, looked for another kid to come on. The first thing in the center field was filled up with kids. That's the end of the ball game.
What's up, Braves country? Looking forward to a great Atlanta Braves season. See y'all at the ballpark. Love y'all.
Cam Schlittler will come back on the Malt Liquor Bowl. 33rd pitch of the day is the first pitch swinging by Julio Rodriguez. He will slice it towards first. Stepping on the bag is Goldschmidt, G3 in your scorecard, and there's quickly one down. George Kirby is at 5 strikeouts. Schlittler is at 4, in case any of y'all are playing the ponies today. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors by Seattle. No runs, 2 hits, no errors. Excuse me, by New York. No runs, 2 hits, no errors by Seattle. Yankees lead it 1-0. First pitch on the way is outside wide. For a ball, it's 1-0. That might have been what I did earlier that confused Charlie. I don't know. Sometimes these doubleheaders, especially when I don't have a break in between, you can get to the 1-0 count. Swing, lifts it into center field, and making the easy grab is Trent Grisham. 2 down. I'm just curious to know if they have an innings/pitch count on him today, if that's why his number was so low. Because he's known as a strikeout pitcher. Don't remember what he did last time, but I'm going to look it up. See how deep he went. Randy Arozarena, the batter, first pitch. He rifles it back foul, 96, bringing it. It's 0-1. Cam Schlittler, 6'6", 215-pounder out of Weymouth, Massachusetts. 0-1. High and inside. Arozarena had to bend back a bit. It's 1-1. See what he did in his last outing. Against San Francisco, he went 5 1/3, struck out 8, so I'm not sure why it was as low as it was. The 1-1 swing, fouls it back. 1-2. There's got to be some factor in there because he went 5 1/3, 8 strikeouts versus the Giants, and though this is a much better offense, I mean, Cam looked lights out in the postseason last year. The 1-2. Filthy slider down and away. It's 2-2. 2-2 count. Cam brings it. 97 just misses outside, so a full count now. Standing on deck is Luke Raley. Dominic Calzone is in the hole. Yankees lead it 1-0. Cam turns and fires. Swing rips it over to third. That should be an easy 5-3. It is, and that'll end the inning. We'll go to the top of the 5th. It's time to take the 5th here on the BCR Radio Network. Yankees lead it 1-0.
At the tone, leave your name and message. I'll get back to you.
Just a drink. A martini, shaken, not stirred.
Hell are you doing? I told you we weren't getting involved.
You got us involved when you brought us here.
Where are you from? What's your real name? What was it before you changed it?
Giuseppe.
That's all you need, one thieving wop on the team.
It's much better than you stinking Irish.
Oh, I like him.
Just a drink. He can play.
He can't throw.
He can't throw and he can't field. Why do you like him?
He gets on base.
You want answers! I want the truth!
He gets on base, so do I care if it's a walk or a hit?
You do not.
I do not. Just a drink.
What draws my admiration? What is that which gives me joy?
Just a drink.
Baseball. A man stands alone at a plate. This is the time for individual achievement. But in the field, part of a team. Part of one big team. Sunny day, stands are full of fans. What does he have to say?
Just a drink.
I get nowhere unless the team wins.
The day may come when the courage of men fail, but it is not this day.
Just a drink.
Yippee-ki-yay, Forget it, he's rolling. I think he'll ever get out of here.
One day, when I got a long white beard and 2 or 3 marbles rolling around upstairs.
Get busy living, get busy dying.
Just a drink.
Do you really want to get him? What are you prepared to do? If you open the ball on these people, you must be prepared to go all the way. Here's how you get him. He pulls a knife, you pull a gun. He sends one of yours to the hospital, you send one of his to the morgue. That's the Chicago way.
Just a drink.
Lord hates a coward. Do
Do you know what a blood oath is?
Yes.
Good, because you just took.
Just a drink.
Go ahead. Make my day.
You can't handle the truth.
Did it ever occur to you I just might go tapioca and throw you out of one of the windows?
Just a drink.
Perfect.
Shaken, not stirred.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Welcome back. Pour yourself just a drink. It's 5 o'clock somewhere, 5:08 Eastern time to be exact. First pitch on the way is to Jazz Chisholm, and he'll take it down and in for a ball. It's 1-0. Righty-lefty matchup, the 1-0. Misses high and out of the zone. Ball 2-0. 2-0 count. Rocks and fires. Swing. Fouls it away. 2-1. We're here in the fifth inning, and the Yankees lead it 1-0. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors for New York. No runs, 2 hits, no errors for Seattle. The 2-1 inside. 3-1. Jazz Chisholm at the plate. On deck is Rosario. Wells is in the hole. Pitch, swing! Rifles it foul down the right field line. Full count. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, the roof is closed there as the 3-2 pitch swing. Lifts it into right center field. That's down for a base hit. And it's a leadoff single for the New York Yankees. But I'm noticing everybody is wearing, well, not everybody, but quite a few people, quite a few players are wearing long sleeves. Jazz has like a hoodie on under his helmet. He's blowing into his hands. So it must be relatively chilly there, even though they got the... Oh, Jazz is going to get caught in a rundown as they fired over to first, and he got tagged. He out. So if you're scoring at home, it's a 1-3 to 6 pickoff. Rivas with the tag across the chest, and there's one away. I don't think Jazz was really paying attention. He was taking like a walking lead, and Kirby, I mean, he spun and turned like a gunslinger and got him. Righty-righty matchup. First pitch on the way to Rosario is going to get banged over to short. That'll be a 6-3 put out. 2 down. Now they have a retractable roof. It's closed right now because they just showed it, Coco. Righty-lefty matchup. First pitch on the way is a bender down and in. It's 0-1. Oh, are you talking about that it's open air on the sides? They can keep the rain in. I mean, excuse me, the rain out. Is the 0-1 pitch. Swing. That ball is rifled off the glove of Donovan. It'll ricochet right to Rivas, but not in time. It'll be an infield single. Man, that was a hard-hit ball. Caballero will be safe. I would think they're going to give him a single. We'll see what happens here. No official call yet, but it does look like that ball was smoked. It was an atom ball, but it was smoked. Gotcha. Okay. That makes sense. And that does make sense considering what I've seen before. It's like a shell that closes over the stadium. First pitch is outside wide. For a ball, it's 1-0. It is currently 48 degrees in Seattle, so that's not terribly cold, but the 1-0 swing, chops it over to third. Donovan's got it this time. He'll fire it to second, and it's a 5-4 put out. So one hit allowed, but that's it. 1-0 Yankees. That's it. We go to the bottom of the fifth. Seattle going to try to climb onto the board.
When you take selfies at a million different angles, but you can't get one right because you're ugly as shit. Same.
What's the matter? I'm tired. I don't feel well. These things are all over my mouth. I've got this weird bump on my neck. I'm hungry and I can't even eat. Life isn't going as planned. You're very dramatic. No, I'm not. You need to cut my tongue off, put me to sleep, and give me food.
Some of y'all in my tax bracket are acting no better than them rich billionaires up in the government because there should be no reason I go on Marketplace and a pair of used drawers is $100. $100 hairs. Girl, you're out of your mind. Ain't nobody... well, I don't want to say that, but you are out of your mind. Cut it out.
After that, I didn't have any memories of Yankee Stadium because we just didn't go. Grandpa was so separated from this team that he'd been so involved with his entire life.
3 boys and 8 grandchildren lived near their home in Montclair. But for many years, Yogi was on the road.
The Yankees tried to lure Yogi back by dedicating a plaque to him in Monument Park.
I'll never come back to the stadium.
As long as he's there.
Yeah.
Yankees win! The Yankees win!
When we won the World Series in '96, I called Yogi and I said, Yogi, you think you could come out to the stadium and present me with my World Series ring? And he was touched and he told me, he says, but no, I'm not going to go there.
Like Uncle Yogi was a nice guy, but don't get him mad. He did not step foot in Yankee Stadium. He didn't talk to anybody.
He was loved by so many people in this country. Not to have him around a ballpark was crucial. You know, you need him there. Okay, but he's not gonna go to the park. So if we can't have him at the park, then we need to have him somewhere else. Let's put him on TV.
Do not wear something that you wore, that you slept in. That is gross and people will know. As long as you are clean, I say have at it. Fly anywhere you want.
Welcome back. First pitch to come in here as we go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Righty-lefty matchup is Cam Schlittler. Malt Liquor Bull brings it. The first pitch on the way to Luke Raley is a swing and a miss on the strike. It's 0-1. Pretty fast-moving ball game. This game started an hour and 5 minutes ago, and we're already in the bottom of the 5th. The 0-1. Swing, lifts it. Into left field, going back on the track, at the wall. Making the running catch out there is Cody Bellinger, former center fielder. Good play out there by Belly, and there's one away. He still gets into center field from time to time, but they're really trying to limit him out there in center, mainly to save his legs. When you pay as much as they paid Bellinger, you want his bat at the plate. And Grisham does a pretty good job himself. I don't know if y'all remember this or not, but at the end of the season last year, they put the qualifying offer on Grisham. Dominic Calzone, the batter, first pitch high and out of the zone. It's 1-0. And the idea was he'll walk, he'll get a contract, and that'll be that, and we'll get a draft pick. Well, he ended up taking it almost immediately. The 1-0 swing, fists it back foul, 1-1. And that really foiled the plans of Brian Cashman and the Yankees. Though I don't think it's a terrible thing to have Grisham back, but I don't know if they really wanted to pay him. It was somewhere between 22 and 23 was the QO this year. I want to say it was just under 22.5. The 1-1 pitch, swing, chops it foul. It's 1-2. So a 1-2 count. Cam brings it, swing, lifts it, high and deep, into left field, and 2 down. Cam at just 47 pitches, so he's doing pretty well on that front. And that'll bring Young to the plate. Cole Young grounded out to second his first time out. He's batting .318 on the Young season. Our next doubleheader will be Friday afternoon. As the first pitch to Cole Young is right down the pipe for a strike. It's 0-1. Rest of the week looks like this here on the BCR. You got Braves versus Diamondbacks, 9:40 Eastern on Thursday. You got Braves versus Diamondbacks, 9:40 Eastern on Friday. Is the 0-1. Snaps to the bottom of the zone. It's 0-2. In between that, on Friday afternoon, we got a double dip. It's home opener for the Boston Red Sox versus the Padres. And that starts at 2:10. We'll come on the air about 1:30. Cam stepping off the mound for a second. Not sure what that's about. The 0-2 count. Kicks and fires. In the dirt. 1-2. So you'll have that come on the air. We'll do 2:10 and then go off the air and come back that night for Braves Diamondbacks. Saturday is a normal start for Braves versus Diamondbacks at 7:15. And then Sunday is the late afternoon is the 1-2 swing, chops and foul. Just got a piece of it. It's a 4:10 first pitch on Easter Sunday. So a Good Friday doubleheader, and then on Sunday it's not till 4:10. And then we head to Los Angeles to face the Angels. And those are a couple of late nights on Monday and Tuesday and 4 o'clock on Wednesday. The 1-2 count in the dirt. Almost got him in the shoe. It's 2-2. On deck is Rivas. Schlittler, almost like he's laboring. He keeps walking off the mound. I don't know if it's the feel. Hopefully it's not injury related. The 2-2. Swing, fouls it away. We'll do it again. 97 miles an hour. The 2-2 count. 2 outs. Bottom of the 5th. Here's the pitch. Swing, slices it. Out of play. Cole Young making him work, if nothing else. This will be the 7th pitch of the at-bat. The 2-2. Cam turns and fires. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that'll end the inning. So he gets his 5th strikeout of the day. We go to the top of the 6th. In a 1-run game, Yankees lead Seattle.
It's already 1:40, which means it's practically 2 o'clock, which means it's practically 2:45, and that's when the kids get out of school, so there's no point in even trying to get anything else done since the day's pretty much over with. And since they're about to get out of school and I'm going to have to go pick them up, that means it's practically supper time, and I have to figure that out again every day. Every day they're hungry, and I have to figure something else out.
This is a Guinness. They say it's the same as eating 10 slices of bread, but I never woke up naked after 10 slices.
I just gotta get something off my chest real quick. If you call your establishment a sports bar and I walk in looking for the USA game of the World Baseball Classic and you tell me you ain't got that channel, just go ahead and clock out for me. Close down the establishment, cause
Did anybody else parents make them go to sleep 1 week early before school started just to prepare?
He spent a lot of time in exile making commercials.
You can taste how good they are just by eating them.
Mr. Barrow, will you sign my ball?
Mr. Beela, will you sign my ball?
Sure. Hey, I like these sneakers.
I said, who's the commercial for? He says, Amtrak. I said, okay. Yeah, well, it was Aflac.
Not too close. What do you think? I got that insurance?
What insurance is that, Yogi?
Aflac. The one you really need to have. If you don't have it, that's why you need it.
Classic commercial. That's one of the greatest commercials ever, I think.
Well, if you get hurt and miss work, it won't hurt to miss work.
I used to catch baseballs. Now I'm pitching beers.
You know, you see the one with the Miller Lite that's got Jason Alexander is one of the guys in it, and he's talking about if it's less filling.
And it's less filling than it would have been if it was more filling than they didn't want it to be. If it had more calories than it didn't have in the first place.
You couldn't write it any better. But I figured it was easy for Dad to do because that's the way he would talk anyway.
Welcome back. First pitch on the way from Kirby to Trent Grisham is off the edge for a ball. It's 1-0. 1-0. Turns and fires upstairs for a strike. 1-1. Yankees lead it 1-0. We're in the top of the 6th inning. 1-1 pitch in the dirt. 2-1. Cam is on the bench. One of the Yankees coaches, I couldn't make out who it was because he had his head turned. It's the 2-1 pitch, misses high and out of the zone. So a 3-1 count. Turns and fires, swing, pops it back foul. And I think they're just looking at an iPad over the last inning, but you do wonder, because it was strange 2 or 3 times when a batter would take a timeout or if there was just a break in the action, he was walking off the mound, back behind the mound and shaking his hand. And my fantasy team can't take that right now. The payoff pitch inside, ball 4. And Trent will head on down to first. And it's a leadoff walk for the Yankees and Trent Grisham. What is the latest update on Estevez, Coco? Because righty Aaron Judge is right there, P at the knees. 0-1. Saw you that they were saying they were keeping him out because of a bruised ankle. I don't know if I bought that. I felt like it was more because he got shellacked in his outing. Is the 0-1 to Judge. Swing, lifts it. High and deep into right field, but not deep enough. Coming in, making the catch. Out there in right field is Raley for out number 1. F9 in your scorecard. He got put on the DL, IL. So they were saying his ankle, but I think there's something wrong with his mechanics. It's been like that since the spring. He was topping out at 89 miles an hour all spring long. He came into that game, I think he hit 90 once. And this is a guy that normally is 95 plus. Pitch on the way to Bellinger. Check swing. Did he go around? He did. Third base umpire down there rang him up. Alfonso Marquez. It's 0-1. The 0-1. I think there's either A, there's an injury, or B, it's his mechanics. Is the 0-1 swing and a miss. It's 0-2. So when we were doing all of our fantasy drafts and everything, I had him on do not draft list. I was like, don't be rolling the dice, just hoping for the best. Like, no, thank you. That's it. That's a big blow to the Royals. They do have a couple of guys that can close, Urseg and Strom, but nonetheless, the 0-2 up top. Caught looking strike 3, punched him out upstairs. Looked like it might have been a touch high, but Bellinger did not flinch. 2 down. Yeah, it's a touch high. It's probably an inch or 2 out of the zone. Definitely out of the zone. Uncle Ben's Rice coming to the plate. He had an RBI double his first time up. bringing home Bellinger. First pitch is a changeup at the knees. In and out of the glove of Raleigh. He may have gotten the call. If not, it's 1-0. 1-0. Is he on your fantasy team, Coco? Is that why? Hey, the St. Louis Cardinals just walked off the Mets, so good news in Missouri. The 1-0. Right there at the knees. 1-1. The Mets had the bases loaded in the 9th. Or excuse me, in the 11th. 1 out, I believe, and there was a play that came to the plate. It was a high throw. The catcher for the Cardinals barely got it to keep that from turning into a disaster. And somehow they got out of that jam and they just walked it off. 2-1 winners. Speaking of 2-1, it's a 2-1 count now to Rice as that pitch misses. Kirby digging in. He'll turn and fire right there. Nasty changeup, 2-2. So a 2-2 count. Down around the knees. Full count. Good to see you, Star Wars. Always bring us bad news about the Phillies winning. The 3-2. Kirby comes set. Down and in, ball 4. And he'll head on down to first. We'll see those Phillies in not too far distant future here in April. I think we have 2 series in about 10 days with them. First one's in Philly, and I know there's a Sunday night game involved in that. And then the second one's in Atlanta. I think in between we're facing Washington. I think that's how that plays out. I don't have it up on the calendar. Hasn't been flipped yet, the one I can normally see, but I think that's how it goes. Kirby is getting a real quick mound visit. Catch you up on that scoreboard. Like Star Wars said, Phillies beat the Nationals 6-5. Pirates 8-3 winners over the Reds. Orioles 8-3 over the Rangers. These are all finals. Rockies get a win against the Blue Jays 2-1. Marlins blanked the White Sox 10-0. Cardinals just walked off the Mets 2-1. Pitch on the way is down and in for a ball. It's 1-0. Brewers 8-2 over the Rays. Red Sox still struggling 6-4. Astros knock them out. And the Cubs beat the Angels 6-2. The 1-0 pitch, swing, rolls it foul. Do it again. Here in Seattle, the Yankees lead it 1-0. Runners at first and second, 2 outs. Goldschmidt versus Kirby. Kirby just threw his 85th pitch. Probably his last inning, but if he can get out of this pretty quickly, they may send him out for number 7. The 1-1. Swing! That ball is belted high. Going deep. Back on the track. Forget that nonsense. She gone. A 3-run shot. Wow. That ball was obliterated. .406 feet over the left center field wall. First pitch on the way to Jazz Chisholm. Went with the fastball, and man, he just got way too much of the plate. He did not miss that one. First pitch to Jazz Chisholm. off of that 0-1, misses for a ball. It's 1-1. 1-1 count. And he just locked into that one. That was perfect timing. 2-1 count. Brings it. Swing, pops it up. Let's stay in play. First base side, Josh Naylor giving chase. Looking over. He'll make the catch up against the screen, and that'll end the inning. But not before the New York Yankees put 3 on the board. It's 4-0. Seattle's turn when we return.
Yo, when I die, take the bouquet off my casket and throw it in the crowd and see who next.
Went to the restaurant last night and the waitress looks at me and says, "I hope you don't mind waiting a bit." I was like, "No, I don't mind." So, "Okay, can you take these drinks to table 9?
I had a question real quick.
What?
I went outside of my car, right? I was about to leave.
Yep.
And like the logo on the like the little words like on the wheels that has like the logo in it.
Yep.
It was upside down. Does that mean like my tires like upside down?
What do you mean the logo was upside down?
You know like the little logo on the wheel?
Yeah, the name of the tire.
Looks like
on
my
the sidewall it's called.
Yeah, looks like.
Do you know what a sidewall
yes,
is?
my tire's upside down.
What do you mean it's upside down? The tire hasn't been touched.
My tire's upside down.
What makes you think the tire's upside down?
Because the words were once there on there.
The wheel is circle.
Had to have an operation. My father, who worked at Yankee Stadium almost all his life, was a very hard-working man, but they didn't have that kind of money. Dr. Smith, who was the head of the hospital, said because my name was Mary Smith, we had to be related, and I wouldn't have to pay. But I was told later from another doctor that wasn't true. It was paid for by the babe. And they told me he was a friend of my father's. I just kept looking at his face because he had such a beautiful smile.
We had a little orange juice stand. It was right near the golf course. He was playing golf. He said to me his name was Babe Ruth, and I said, "Well, where's your candy bars?" Because that's all I knew was Babe Ruth was a candy bar. Well, they laughed. They thought this was real funny. And I put my head down and sort of started to cry, I guess. He patted me on the head. He said, "You gonna be here tomorrow?" And I said, "Yes." So he came back the next day, gave us a whole big box of Baby Ruth candy bars. He just said, "Now, little girl, don't you forget who I am." He had such beautiful blue eyes. They sparkled.
What will you be doing when you're there?
Shaking, taking names? What do you mean? Nothing new for me.
Really?
Welcome back. First pitch on the way. Right there for a strike for Cam Schlittler. It's 0-1. Yankees lead it 4-0. The 0-1 pitch. Check swing. Did he go around? He did. It's 0-2. Cam is at 57 pitches, for those of y'all keeping up with that. We're here in the bottom of the 6th, and the Yankees lead it 4-0. 4 runs, 5 hits, no errors for New York. No runs, 2 hits, no errors for Seattle. The 0-2 misses high and out of the zone. It's 1-2. Man, the Red Sox off to a rough start. I think that makes them 1-5. I'm assuming that's a getaway day, so they're off tomorrow and then regroup when they come home against San Diego. They're off to a rough start, but they do lead San Francisco today 2-0 is the 1-2. Chop foul, just foul, down the first base side. So Goldie will give it a toss and Cam back to the mound. Considering what he brings to that Yankee lineup, not just his bat, but a Gold Glove at that. They got Goldschmidt for a steal this year. The 1-2 count just misses outside. They wanted it. 2-2. Did not get the call. Cam almost looked like that he was tapping his cap, but he must not have been. The 2-2. Swing, fouls it back. And we'll do it again. They do have a right-hander, I believe, warming up in the bullpen. It looks like there's a left-hander starting to get loose. Yankees 4, Seattle nothing. Bottom of the 6th. The pitch on the way. Swing. Chops it down the line. Foul. Two count. Brings it. Caught looking strike 3. Punched him up top shelf strike. Backwards K. The 6th of the day. One away. That's a filthy pitch. It started in and then dipped back out. Went to one game, Richard, a couple of years ago. His first pitch on the way is right up top for a strike. It's 0-1. Oh, I'm sorry, I went to 2 games, but I've only been there one time. It's a back-to-back. It's one of those deals that they've started playing him 3 games, but they used to play the Red Sox 2 games a week. In 1 week, is the 0-1 down below the knees for a strike. Donovan wants to challenge that. It did look like it was a little low. I would suspect he's going to get this call. Yeah, that was a ball. So it's 1-1. The Red Sox Braves, it was a Tuesday-Wednesday deal. We had a blast. That's just an expensive-ass town. You get there, you're like, God, get me out of here. 1-1 count. We stayed in one of those luxury casinos. Is the 1-1 swing and a miss. It's 1-2. Went with a couple of friends, and one of them, he's a big-time casino buff. He's a high gambler. He goes out to Vegas all the time. I like to dabble in sports, but other than that, is the 1-2 swing, fouls it back. But it's fun to go with people like that because you watch them gamble the whole time. You're sitting there drinking a little free mixed drink and going, man, you're nuts. There's no way in hell I'd put that much money on whether or not that thing's going to fall in black or red. 1-2 count. Turns and fires. Swing! Bangs it down the first base line. We'll do it again. That's hilarious, John. That sounds about right. He should have realized that if he's going to park anywhere near that stadium, is the 1-2 pitch. Swing, chops it over to short. Caballero's got it. A little bit of a low throw, but Goldschmidt scoops it. 2 down. He should have invested, what is it? Well, nowadays probably more expensive. What is it, $15 for a license plate frame around it? Or some kind of a sticker in the window. But somewhere, wherever you're looking at that license plate, you also see the Boston Red Sox. Righty-lefty matchup. First pitch on the way is a fouled shot down the line by Cal Raleigh. It's 0-1. He's 0 for 2 on the day. Starting out, he's batting 130. Ouch. The 0-1. Upstairs for a strike. It's 0-2. Oh-2 count. 4-0 your score. Here's the windup. Here's the pitch. Down and in. 1-2. On deck, if he can get on, is Julio Rodriguez. The 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike three. Got him with the fastball up top. And Cam is rolling here. No runs. And he's got 7 strikeouts through 6. 4-0 New York. We go to the top of the 7th. Mac McGee
and I, we're on the same team.
The Country Club for Braves Country Radio.
And we need more players. We need you to help us win the battle against hunger and poverty. You can sponsor
Braves Country Radio.
Teamwork is what
The Country Club for Braves Country Radio.
is all about. And that's why we need you. For just $15 a month,
Don't get greedy. Ask for $2.99.
you can sponsor a child just like
Braves Country Radio.
I've been able to really help,
Braves Country Radio.
and it feels so good. It's so easy. Just reach out now and start sending your love around the world.
The Country Club for Braves Country Radio.
You join our team, we really can bat 1,000.
Mac McGee.
Who's waiting for help? There's room on our team for you.
Welcome to Braves Country Radio. We are excited to bring you a brand new season. Your home for the classic call of radio baseball.
Welcome back. 4-0 your score. We go to the top of the 7th inning. And Farrer's in it for Kirby. So Kirby's night is through. We can put this in the book. 6 innings, 5 hits, 4 runs, 4 errors, 3 walks, 6 strikeouts, 1 big home run, the 3-run shot in last inning. They made it 4-0. First pitch from Jose Ferrer is right there for a strike. It's 0-1. Lefty-righty matchup, the 0-1. Slices it back foul. It's 0-2. Oh-2 count. Swing, pops it up. High in the sky. Underneath it, making the catch is Julio Rodriguez. And there's one away. One up, one down. That'll bring the left-handed batter Wells to the plate. Wells, 1 for 2 on the day. First pitch is down and away for a ball. It's 1-0. Grounded into a double play in the 2nd inning, but in the 5th he reached on an infield single. Rattled off the glove of Donovan over at 3rd as the 1-0. Fouls it off. It's 1-1. Infield is back and to the right. Huge hole down the left field line. Donovan playing a true shortstop position. So anything down that way is going to be extra bases. The 1-1 just grabs the edge, down and away. He wants to challenge this real quick, ABS challenge. Right now it's 1-2. It's very close. And called for a strike. Man, a stitch hit that part of the zone. And honest engine, who knows if any of this is if any of this is true, but it sounds good. It looks good on the screens. 1-2 count. You just know that there's an extra pep in your step when you're an umpire and the batter or pitcher's wrong about it. The 1-2. Check swing. Did he go around? He did not, and they're going to say that pitch is low, and that makes it 2-2, but that pitch is going to get challenged by Cal Raleigh, and it did hit the zone. So strike 3, 2 down. Wells was the victim 2 times. Pitch to Caballero. Lefty-righty matchup. For the 1-0 is way outside wide pitch out territory. It's 2-0. New York 4, Seattle nothing. Still 3 more ups for the Mariners to come back in this one, the 2-0. Down and in, 3-0. The 3-0, right down the pipe for a strike, 3-1. Standing on deck, the leadoff hitter Grisham. Aaron Judge is in the hole. The 3-1 pitch, swing, fouls it straight back. We'll do it again. Last night, the Yankees beat the Mariners 5-0. Fried went 7, struck out 6, walked 1, only 3 hits allowed. He's in midseason form. We saw him on opening night. The pitch on the way, swing and a miss, strike 3, and that'll end the inning. So that'll do that. We'll go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Time to get up and stretch here in the BCR. 4-0 New York. Welcome back. Cam Schlittler. 73 pitches in. First pitch on the way. Bottom here of the 7th. Julio Rodriguez takes it for a strike. It's 0-1. Ryan McMahon checking in at third base for the New York Yankees. The 0-1. Down and away. Cutter misses. It's 1-1. So Rosario is on the bench now. McMahon, he's a natural third baseman, been there his whole career as the 2-1 count now as that pitch misses. It's the only substitution we've had so far other than the bullpen. The 2-1 fouls it away. 2-2. Good luck to your Guardians tonight, Coco. Is that 8:20? I think that game comes on. I'm going to try to catch some of that. I'm not sure what I've already agreed to do. You married guys know what I mean. The 2-2 outside wide. But I'd like to catch that. I'd actually like to catch a little bit of that Royals game. I really like watching the Royals play. Payoff pitch, swing, slaps it over towards short, deep in the hole, and that should be a one-hopper. It is into the glove of Goldschmidt. Another good play out there by Goldie. A couple of rough throws by Caballero. Went away. I mean, they're not terrible throws. I guess I've become very spoiled from watching Braves shortstops over the last several years. As you think about Dubon has done great. Kim has a cannon on him. He had terrible range, but Arcia always looked good throwing the ball. Not to mention, kid we traded away to the Astros to get Dubon, Nick Allen. And even before that, Dansby Swanson was usually pretty legit on the throw. I mean, he was much more known for his range, but he was usually a pretty good thrower. They're doing a quick pitching change. Cam is out of the game. It was his 79th pitch. That's probably just the number they had in their head. I don't know. He finishes with 6 1/3, 7 strikeouts, 2 hits, no runs, no walks. We'll stay right here with you during the break.
Welcome to Braves Country Radio. We are excited to bring you a brand new season, your home for the classic call of radio baseball.
Four to nothing your score. New York leads Seattle. I feel like I waited too long to play the what's for dinner, but I don't know what we're doing for dinner. I haven't even thought about it. I'm going to have to put something together. Wife should be off work fairly shortly. We'll have to figure it out. I usually figure something out, so. Oh, actually, I think I told her I was going to do since she wasn't here for opening day for dinner in time. As Fernando Cruz comes in, first pitch on the way is up top for a strike. It's 0-1. I think I told her that's what we were going to do. Righty-lefty matchup. Josh Naylor, the batter, the 0-1. Up top. It's 0-2. It looks like Naylor wants to challenge it. It did look like it was a little bit out of the zone. Lance Barrett loses another one. It is a ball. So it's 1-1. You wonder what the banter is back and forth between the catcher and the hitter when the umpire is getting the review. And they're going back and forth because the umpire can hear everything. Like, one of them's dogging the umpire. The 1-1 fouls it away. It's 1-2. So a 1-2 count. And Wells was the victim as a batter 2 times today. And he's been behind the plate. So he's probably trying to bite his tongue, but I would love to be a fly on that wall. The 1-2. Swing, pops a back foul. Four to nothing your score, bottom of the 7th. The 1-2. Just got a piece of it. I think, oh yeah, that rattled back and hit Lance Barrett in the face. Knocked his mask off his face. I think it just popped off. You don't normally see that. Typically, those masks will hold on. Crew Chief Alfonso Marquez is in there to check on him, as is, I believe, it's one of the trainers. I think it's Seattle's trainer. Yeah, it's the Mariners trainer. He's got a big smile on his face, so I'm assuming he's either okay or he's so loopy from getting hit in the face he doesn't know where he's at. So that's what's going on behind home plate. I know it looks like they're breakdancing. Dance off. It's time for an old-fashioned dance off here in the bottom of the 7th. Appears to be okay. He's got a big smile on his face. There's probably, I'm guessing there's a protocol to ask several questions. As long as he doesn't come out and say, "I'm Batman," he's good to go. Josh Naylor steps out. First pitch on the way right there off the 1-2 is popped up. Can of corn. Third base side, foul territory. There's the catch. And there's 2 down. Welcome in, Underwater. You don't like the Mariners. You're a Pittsburgh fan. I've got another story behind that, Underwater. What is it you hate about the Mariners? First pitch on the way is down and away for a ball. It's 1-0. That seems like a random hate. It's because you're a Rockies fan as well. No, that wouldn't make any sense. 1-0. Right there at the knees, 1-1. Why would someone hate the Mariners? It's got to be a good story behind it. Because when you think of Mariners baseball as the 1-1 check swing, down and away, you go around, he did not. 2-1. You think of Ken Griffey Jr. I don't know too many people who hate Ken Griffey Jr. So I don't think that's it. I wouldn't call myself a fan of Griffey, but I definitely didn't hate him. The 2-1, down and away, 3-1. The only reason why I can say I was never a fan of Griffey because I never saw him play much. Because he was in Seattle and wasn't in Seattle, he was in Cincinnati. By the time he got to Cincinnati, I was living a little closer, but we were still getting Braves games all the time. First serious girlfriend was from Seattle. The 3-1 right down the pipe for a strike. Full count. Rosareno's trying to work his way aboard. Not a bad idea, but that was definitely a strike. Gotcha. Now it all makes sense. It's always because of a woman. Should have known. I was sitting here trying to think logically and like, no. Full count. Kicks and fires. Caught looking strike 3. Man, you got to swing the bat there, Randy. He was thinking about challenging. It was too late anyways. I mean, that was a strike. Good Lord. They might want to put handcuffs on him. He over here trying to challenge strikes right down the plate. 8th inning we go. You know what that means here in the BCR.
106 miles to Chicago. We got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses. Hit it.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. And I'm all out of bubblegum.
It's happy hour.
When wins become losses and losses become wins.
You guys going to happy hour? I'll come for a couple. Just a couple, though. Not like last time.
I need a drink.
When buying a beer, buying only one beer can cause a misalignment in your spine due to the uneven weight distribution. This can cause unnecessary back pain and potential spine issues. To prevent this, carry 2 beers, ensuring your body is balanced and proper health maintained.
Afternoon, everybody.
Put my pants on, one leg at a time.
Does Barry Manilow know that you raid his wardrobe?
Guess what? I got a fever, and the only prescription.
Ladies and gentlemen, we interrupt our program of dance music to bring you a special bulletin from the Intercontinental Radio News.
You're in Braves country.
They're making it laws where you can't drink when you want to.
This stinks!
Pretty soon we're going to be communist country.
This is total BS!
Where at? I'm in the Lord. You gotta understand it. We're on a mission from God.
I'm on the radio every day!
If you want to stop me, you're gonna have to kill me!
And you, music lover, you're next.
You're so drunk you can't hit nothing. In fact, you've probably seen double.
I have 2 guns, one for each of you.
Welcome back. First pitch on the way, right there for a strike to Trent Grisham. It's 0-1, the 0-1. High and out of the zone. 1-1. Cooper Criswell on. Ex-Boston Red Sox, the 1-1 pitch. Slaps it upstairs with a sweeper. We saw him last week, and it's interesting that his sweeper is like a slow cutter because it sweeps at the top of the zone. It's not like typical when you think of a sweeper that dives in almost like a curveball. And he makes it work somehow, but it's strange to see that. The 1-2, swing, chops that down and in, and do it again. But it looks, every time I see that thing thrown, it's so dangerous looking. It looks like it's about to get clocked because it's a bender that's just hanging up there. Oops, I thought I sent that. I guess I didn't. Two count. Swing, chops it down the line. That's a fair ball. G3 on your scorecard and 1 away. Duvall is warming up for the Yankees. Righty-righty matchup. First pitch on the way is chopped over to third. And that'll be a 5-3. Whoa, no, it's a wide throw, and Judge will be safe. That'll be an E5 on Donovan. And the Yankees have 1 on and 1 out. Man, that was a high throw. They're fortunate that Naylor had just enough leap to get that ball. The Judge would be standing on second. Righty-lefty matchup. Pitch on the way. Is a sinker outside wide to Bellinger. It's 1-0. 1-0. Right there at the knees. Good pitch. 1-1. So So 1-1 count. Kicks and fires. Swing, lifts it high into center field. Should be an F8 in your scorecard. It is. Julio with the red glove makes the catch. 2 down. Ben Rice, the batter. A double, a walk, and an RBI. Runner at first, 2 outs. Righty-lefty matchup. First pitch is outside wide for a ball. So a 1-0 count to Rice. Criswell, this will be his 12th pitch. Right there at the knees. Up, we're gonna get, man, we've had a lot of challenges. Another challenge. Called a ball. Cal is challenging this one. And, it just is a ball. So I believe they're out of challenges if my math is correct. I've noticed something on one of the apps. They are actually keeping up with the challenges. As the 2-0 fouls it away to a 1. I mean, I'm sorry, not the challenges, the ABS. I still haven't seen where they keep up with the challenges. And what is this, year 3 or 4 that they're into that now? You would think that would have already been baked into the score bugs. The 2-1 pitch, runner goes, throw is down to second base. They got him. It was a strike, but it's not going to matter because that ends the inning. Aaron Judge thrown out, and we'll be back in a flash. We go to the bottom of the 8th here in Mariner country.
Who do you go to if you have a problem with your husband? My husband? That man is stuck with me. If we're fighting together. If we're broke together. If he tries to leave, I'm hopping in the car too, like, where are we going? If you thought Till Death Do Us Part was romantic, that was just a warning.
Imagine being a night shifter and seeing all the day shifters just galloping in and smiling and rested and all cheery and saying good morning. Like, literally, go f*** yourself. I'm gonna go over here in the corner with my hood on. Don't talk to me, don't look at me, don't engage with me. God.
Man, on my mama, should be like Miami for my birthday, then end up in Oak Brook at the Cheesecake Factory.
Every International Women's Day, there is always this one guy who comes around and says, "Why isn't there an International Men's Day?" And I'm like, dude, just shut up. You think that the achievements of men could be celebrated in a single day? You gotta be out of your mind.
Okay.
Men are talking.
Yogi's been an inspiration to me. Not only because of his baseball skills, but of course for the enduring mark he left on the English language.
The yogiisms. Let's talk about the yogiisms.
A yogiism is something that may appear to not make sense, but actually does.
You can observe a lot by watching?
You can. I've watched a lot.
Yeah?
Like Yogi Berra said, deja vu all over again.
That's when Marison Mano hit the home runs back to back.
What you hear them say or what you read doesn't make sense at first, and then, of course, it makes perfect sense. It is contradictory within itself and gorgeous.
When you get to a fork in the road, take it. Bro, that's... What?
We did it. We saved the daylight. It's safe now.
Bottom of the 8th we go, and it's 4-0. Mariners trail the Yankees. It'll be Raley, Canzone, and Young coming up. The 6, 7, 8 batters. Good to see you, Deb. For the Braves fans who might have missed it, if you weren't with us on the first broadcast, Atlanta wins the series, beating the A's. As the First pitch on the way is a swing and a miss strike. It's 0-1. So they win the first 2 series of the year. They'll head out west to Arizona. And Chris Sale is the 0-1 pitch in the dirt. 1-1. Slider missing. From the right-hander Duvall, who's just entered the game. Domingo Duvall comes set, kicks and fires, swing and a miss, and it's 1-2. He evidently had some kind of a sickness he was getting over. They didn't go into full detail, but evidently he was sick. They didn't know if he was going to pitch today. And he still went 6 innings, giving up just the 1 run, the 1-2. Bangs it foul off the plate. Think about something else with that. Remember, with the first 5 innings and just the 1 hit, it was a home run by Shea Langoliers, but it was a perfect game outside of that. The 1-2, swing, fouls it away. He would have thrown a perfect game. I mean, that would have been up there with the Jordan flu game people still talk about. I still wonder if he was still really that sick. Or was that just adding to the mystery and the legend of Jordan? 1-2 count. Swing. Chops it down the line. And do it again. Sale didn't mention it in his post-game presser. He probably thought someone was going to try to bang him for COVID again. You're not getting me on that list. The 1-2 count. Swing. Knocks it over to first. On it is Goldie. He throws it to Duvall underhanded. Rayleigh's busting it down the line. They'll get him by about a half step. 1 down. Good hustle there by Rayleigh. That'll bring the big calzone, Dominic Canzone, to the plate. Really quiet day for Mariners offense. They've only had 2 hits. We're here in the 8th. First pitch is outside wide. For a strike, it's 0-1. The 0-1. Kicks and grips upstairs. 1-1. So 1-1 count. Brings it. Swing! That ball's laced into right field, and it's down for a base hit. And it's been a while for the Mariners to get a runner aboard. 1 on, 1 out. See if that ignites the bats at all. Yankees are getting on the horn. I would think the game plan is to have Bednar close it out, but the first pitch is outside. The runner goes, throw down to second base. It goes into the outfield, and he'll stay at second base. I don't think Canzone knew the ball had gotten away till it was too late, and it's a stolen base. By the Mariners. Pitch was almost in pitch-out territory. It was just a bad throw by Wells. If it's on the money, he's probably not getting it anyways. But it's going to be really close if it's on the bag. The 1-0 pitch. Swing, lifts it into left field, down for a base hit. Here comes the throw into the infield, and they'll go station to station, runners on the corners, and 1 out. So they elected not to send the runner from second to home, trailing by 4. And coming to the plate, due up is Rivas. On the bench to pinch hit for the Mariners, Bliss, Garver, Ref Snyder, and Robles. Ref Snyder typically is a much better hitter of left-handed pitching. Tossed by Duvall over to first base. Keep the runner close by. Double play depth for the Yankees. That is Bednar warming up at the pen now. I believe they have tomorrow off, so maybe they're thinking about sending him out there for a multi-inning. Pitch on the way to Rivas. He swung on and chopped down the first base line. It's on one. They're all right-handed sticks on the bench for the Mariners. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2. Standing on deck is the top of the order for the Mariners, Donovan, and then it would be Cal Raleigh. It's not as menacing as it normally is. He's batting 125 on the air. Is Raleigh? Heck, Julio behind him is batting 080 and Naylor's 038. Good Lord. The 0-2. Check swing went around. Did he? Looked like he did. He did. Marquez rang him up. And it's strike number 3. So runners on the corners now. Donovan, the batter, he doubled his first time up. They could use one of those here. Righty-lefty matchup, and he takes the first pitch well off the edge. It's 1-0. This is the rubber match of the series. Yankees won 5-0 last night. Mariners 2-1 on Monday. The 1-0 outside wide. 2-0. The 2-0. Just misses ball 3-0. Diamondbacks beat the Tigers 1-0. We'll see the Diamondbacks tomorrow night. They scored 1 run in the first inning against Skubal, and that was enough. Gallen went the distance for a quality start, 6 innings, as the pitch is outside wide ball 4, and he'll head on down to first. Now the bases are loaded, 2 outs, and Cal Raleigh, representing the tying run, stands at the plate. It's 1 run, 6 hits for Arizona, and Detroit, no run, 7 hits. And they're going to get Bednar out of the pen, so we'll take the break with them. We'll return in just a moment. Bednar going to be asked for a 4-out save, it looks like. One swing could change it all.
If you text me and you say, hey, we need to talk, or hey, I need to tell you something, but I'll tell you later. No, tell me now or I will throw up.
We're going out of town for 14 days, so I packed 14 pairs of underwear. But what if you your pants 14 times? But I've never my pants before, so don't we think it's like maybe unlikely? I mean, if you're willing to take the risk of smelling like for 14 days, I mean, that's on you. Fine, I packed 26 pairs of underwear.
I don't want to make waves here, but $19 to rent a movie? Rent a movie? For 24? Rent a movie? What the heck?
I talk a lot of about like what I would do during a zombie apocalypse, but in all honesty, if I was to wake up tomorrow and like the world was taken over by zombies, I'm launching myself off the tallest building I can find. I'm not playing this game. I can barely live the life I live now knowing that like I'm gonna die one day and it's like a 60% chance that it's gonna be excruciatingly painful. I can't imagine living a life where it's pretty much guaranteed that I'm gonna get eaten alive at some point. It's just a matter of when. You can really survive as long as you want, but like you're gonna get cornered, you're gonna get caught slipping, and you're gonna get ripped to pieces. It's guaranteed.
Why, sure.
He'd stand there for an hour and sign those autographs. Now, Gehrig, by contrast, and Grove, by contrast, they didn't want to be bothered with people or bothered with kids, and they'd come out under the same circumstances, and they'd wade through them.
Came over and he says, "What's your kid's name?" And he said, "Let me get you a ball for your kid." And I said, "Well, I don't have any kids. In fact, I'm not even married." He said, "Well, we can fix that." So he took a ball and he wrote something on it. And when I looked at it, he had on there, "Hello to be from Babe Ruth." He says, "When your kid comes along, tell him Babe Ruth had something for him." So this now is a very treasured possession of my daughter.
Thank you for hyping and subscribing to BCR, your home for radio baseball. Welcome back. 4-0 your score, bottom of the 8th inning. The bases are loaded. Ducks all over the pond. Bednar the batter, or the pitcher, excuse me. Cal Raleigh standing in. He takes the first pitch. Curveball for a strike. The 0-1. Outside wide, 1-1. The 1-1 count. A single would cut this in half as the 1-1 pitch. High and inside. 2-1. The 2-1. Kicks and fires. Swing! That ball's laced into right field. That's down for a base hit. 1 run will score. It's 4-1 Yankees. 2 runs will score. It's 4-2 Yankees. And Cal Raleigh, the big dumper, comes through with a big base hit. Cuts the lead in half. And we got ourselves a brand new ball game. Lace that one down the right field line. Good job by Judge to cut it off to keep it from being a disaster. Righty-righty matchup. First pitch on the way to Rodriguez. Swung on and fouled back out of play. It's 0-1. 0-1. Kicks and fires. Chops it off the plate. It's 0-2. And we just mentioned it. Julio's only batting 080. So he's trying to get off the shine. 4-2 New York. Runners on the corners, 2 out. Seattle. The 2 runs across here. We're here in the bottom of the 8th. The 0-2. High and out of the zone, 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. Swing! Chops it off the plate. Splitter. Just got a piece of that. We'll do it again. The 1-2 pitch. Swing. Just got a piece of that one. He's barely getting a piece of it. Julio trying to slam one down to the schoolyard. If he gets a base hit here, you would cut it to a 1-run lead. Cal with decent speed for a catcher, but he's still a catcher. You'd have to really rock one into the gap to get him home. But with 2 outs, he will be running on contact. The 1-2, swing. Knocks that foul down the third baseline. Do it again. Four to 2 your score. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that'll end the inning. But not before the Mariners put a couple on the board. We got ourselves a brand new ball game. We go to the ninth in a 2-run game. Yankees try to answer when we return.
I don't know what kind of medicine they put in these energy drinks nowadays, but every single time I drink one, my headache and the shaking goes away, like almost instantly.
We do not do the Waffle Home slander around here. The Waffle Home is the fancy place. The Waffle Home is a home. The Cracker Barrel, that's a gift shop that serves pancakes.
Out here chilling, you know what I'm saying? I'm thugged out, but I just seen a mother rainbow. I ain't that thugged out. That's beautiful than a my baby mama probably at the end of that gold digging.
I think where we differ is that you refer to it as arguing, whereas I refer to it as a discussion to help you understand that you're wrong.
Damn, well, I gotta stop drinking on Sunday, man. I done around and woke up late for work. I was supposed to be there at 7 o'clock this morning. It's about to be 3. Yeah, by the time I get there, I'm gonna be getting off.
Well, there's usually 2 ways to go, but he's saying take the one that's the best one. I think.
He lived at the back end of like a curved drive.
This is the actual fork in the road Yogi was talking about. It's right near his home in Montclair, New Jersey.
No matter which way you went, you could wind up at his house.
90% of the game is half mental.
That's right.
That doesn't strike you odd.
No.
What's it mean?
I really don't know. I just say it. I don't even know I say him. I don't know. I can't say him. But my kids could catch me right away.
Mom said, "You're lost, yo." You said, "Yeah, but we're making good time." That's the only reason I'm wearing these gloves.
Because of my hands.
They all made sense, though. Just like he said, nobody goes to that restaurant anymore. It's too crowded.
It's at Biggie's restaurant, and nobody goes there anymore. It's too crowded means his crowd.
Well, I don't go to restaurants because it's too crowded. It's a wonderful thing.
My favorite yogiism, and I hope it's authentic. Always go to your friends' funerals. Otherwise, they won't go to yours.
I watched CNN at my mom's house using parental controls. Now she can't watch the news, and that's how you save America.
Welcome back. Hope you're all enjoying this doubleheader. We head to the top of the 9th inning, and the Yankees and Mariners are separated by just a 4-2 score, as the Yankees, who lead this game, will lead off the top of the 9th inning with a pitch inside to Uncle Ben's Rice. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Criswell back out there for another inning. Fires one just off the plate for a wide strike. 1-1. 1-1 count. Way outside wide. That sweeper nowhere near the zone. 2-1. The 2-1 swing. That ball's lifted high and deep into center field, right center field. That ball's gone. Uncle Ben's Rice clacked one over the right field wall, and it is a solo shot, and it's 5-2. Back to a 2-run game. Rice with a big smile on his face as he heads around the bases. First pitch swinging by Goldschmidt is going to be banged over towards the shortstop side of second base. Second baseman Cole Young backhands it, gets Goldschmidt on the one hopper. There's one away. How far did it fly? 427 feet. Five to 2 your score. First pitch is down and in. The Jazz Chisholm, it's 1-0. Remember, Seattle is out of challenges now. 1-0. Right there for a strike. Yankees have one challenge left. Something I was thinking about too this first week of the fact is the 1-2's fouled back out of play. So you got the 2 ABS challenges, you've got the 2 challenges, meaning safe or out. 1-2 pitch, swing. That one's whiffled down the right field line, just foul. I'm telling you that, if I were Criswell, I'd get rid of that sweeper. That's what Rice knocked out of the park, and that one there goes right into the wheelhouse of a good left-handed hitter. But 1-2, just misses inside 2-2. I was thinking about this. We've been so fixated on the ABS system, we haven't seen a lot of challenges. So if you're not going to, is the 2-2 pitch, swing, chops it off the plate. If you're not going to give them what I think you should go to, which is 2 ABSs the first 8 innings and then 1 every inning after that, then why wouldn't you combine them? Is the 2-2 pitch, high and out of the zone. Full count. Why wouldn't you combine them and say you have 4 challenges? They can be ABS, they can be plays on the base paths, whatever. And that's it. In 9 innings is the 3-2 swing and a missed strike 3. Chases the changeup off the plate, went away. And then let the team decide how they want to use them. If they want to use it challenging balls and strikes, or if they want to use it, save them for close plays. I think there should be some kind of it's kind of like the way they do in football and basketball, where they give X amount of timeouts to each side, but you can decide if you want a 30-minute or a full or 30-second or a full timeout. It's the same kind of philosophy. The first pitch is inside for a ball. It's 1-0. But I honestly would prefer that they just go to 2 ABSs the first 8 innings. The 1-0 right there for a strike. And maybe they will eventually. Maybe they'll eventually get realize, because it's only going to take 1 game. Is the 1-1 pitch, swing, pops it up down the left field side. Randy Arozarena, say that 3 times fast. He'll make the catch, F7 your scorecard, and that'll end the inning. We go to break, but the Yankees take a 3-run lead. Seattle, one last chance to try to win this game.
And just like that, poof, Lola's gone.
Wrong. Lola's right here, you Brussels sprout.
What do you call 2 witches that share an apartment? Brewmates.
They changed the Irish spelling so the bloodline could survive. Many Irish families didn't lose their names. They were forced to adjust them. Prefixes like O and Mac were dropped. Spellings were softened, shortened, or rewritten. Not to erase identity, but to stay safe. A name that sounded too Irish could close doors, draw attention, or invite discrimination. So families adapted on paper while keeping their identity alive at home. Spoken quietly, remembered carefully. That's how O Suileabhain became Sullivan, O Kele became Kelly, and O Murchada became Murphy. The bloodline stayed, only the spelling changed. That choice wasn't weakness, it was strategy. That's why many Irish Americans feel a pull to a name that doesn't fully explain itself, or sense there's more behind it than records ever show. Because the meaning wasn't erased, it was hidden. Your surname isn't less Irish because it changed. It's proof your ancestors chose survival, adaptation, and endurance.
Did what he wanted to do. If it got him in trouble, he was always startled. He was totally spontaneous.
I was captain of the high school golf team. And so Babe liked to play golf, and he said, would you like to play golf with Babe Ruth? Now, any kid would love something like that. And I helped him on several holes, because we were partners. He won maybe $50 or $100. Next day, at high school, I was in class about 12:30 or 1 o'clock. Babe Ruth's out in the hallway looking for you to go play golf with him today. I said, what? And I was the most surprised kid you ever seen when he walked into that classroom. And the principal was right with him. Babe's here to take you to the golf course. It's okay to go. So I jumped up and went with him.
Why can't you hear a psychiatrist use the washroom? Because the P is silent.
Welcome back. First pitch on the way to Josh Naylor is outside wide for a ball. It's 1-0. 5-2 your score. Yankees lead Seattle. We're in the bottom of the ninth. Naylor digging in, swing and a miss. Curveball. Bednar on the mound for New York still. That's his 13th pitch of the outing. It's 1-1. Yankees, their home opener is Friday. I believe it's against the Marlins. Is the 1-1. Swing. Pops it back foul. Out of play. We thought about doing Yankees Marlins for the daytime split on Friday, but honest engine, if I can avoid Marlins and Rays games because of all the crap you have to go through to bring you the game because I get blacked out by them, I just assume just avoid it like the plague. The 1-2 count. Down and in, 2-2. The Braves played them, to me that's enough. You got to see the Marlins about 12 or 13 times a year, and usually the Rays about 3, sometimes 6. That's 20 games you got to deal with that. I just have no desire. If they were on a national broadcast, fine, but I try to avoid them like the bubonic plague. The 2-2 count. Bednar comes set, brings it, swing, just got a piece of that one. Naylor, Arozarena, and then Luke Raley. Canzone, if anybody were to get on. Cole Young and Rivas, as we're in the back half of the order. The 2-2. Swing and dribbles it over there to second base. Jazz has it. Little Jazz hands over there to Goldfingers. 4-3, and there's one down. Next Braves Country Radio broadcast will be tomorrow, 9:40. I keep saying 45. I'm pretty sure it's 40. Double check that real quick. Yeah, 9:40 Eastern. Braves and Diamondbacks is the 0-1. It's a swing and a miss for Rosarena to get it going. 9:40 on Thursday, a doubleheader on Friday. 2:10 Red Sox Padres, and then Braves Diamondbacks at 9:40 is the 0-1 outside wide, 1-1. Saturday we've got Braves and Diamondbacks, 7:15. That's the national cast, so they're going to put it in a normal time slot. And 4:10 on Eastern Sunday. 1-1. Right there for a strike. Got him with the curveball. It's 1-2. So a 1-2 count. Down and away. Ball 2, 2-2. The 2-2 to Randy. Swing, just got a piece of that. I haven't looked at the chat for a minute. Is Richard going to a Braves game? Is that what's going on? The 2-2. In the dirt. Full count now. Swing, that ball's hammered into left field. It's going to go off the glove of the third baseman, McMahon. He was at the top of his run, and because of that dribble off the top of the glove, he's going to cruise into second base, and it's a one-out double for the Mariners. Just outside his reach. Rosarena with good speed standing at second. And that'll bring the tying run to the on-deck circle. You going to a Braves game, Rich? Or is that what it is? The first pitch on the way to swung on and fouled back out of play to Rayleigh. It's 0-1. If so, which one are you going to? The 0-1 count. Maybe I'm totally missing it. Maybe you're just going to Georgia. The 0-1. Check swing. Did he go around? He did not. 1-1. You're going to the games this Sunday? Oh, in Arizona. I remember you saying that. You live in Arizona. That's right. Sometimes I forget where everybody's at. The 1-1 pitch swing. Dribbles it over to short, and it's going to be a 6-3 put out. Runner had to stay put over there, and there's 2 down. Yankees one win away from winning their second straight series, and they'll start off 5-1 if the scores holds. That ball just shattered in half in Rayleigh's hand. So that's you might be getting Martin Perez. There's if you listen to the pregame today, if not, go back to the first game today and listen to the pregame. It plays pretty early in the game. They interviewed Martin Perez as the first pitch right there on the outer edge for a strike. It's 0-1, and right after that they interviewed Weiss. If you read the tea leaves, I think Martin's going to get that start, and Suarez is going to go to long relief. The 0-1, outside wide, 1-1. And honestly, if you look at what Suarez did, it was really just that one inning where he fell apart. But Martin Perez was very good last night. 1-1 pitch swing, laces it into right field. That's down for a base hit. So that'll score a run, and it's 5-3. And the Mariners make it a 2-run lead. Tying run will be coming to the plate now. It's the number 9 hitter. Due up, Leo Rifes. See if they pinch hit for him. You've got a couple of options there on the bench. A couple of decent options if you're looking for a home run. Sorry, I had that backwards. It's Cole Young coming to the plate. Rivas is on deck. I think if Rivas gets to the plate, they'll probably pinch hit for him. First pitch to Young is down below the knees. Man, that did not hit the zone, but they're out of ABS challenges, remember? It's 0-1. It's going to take one pitch below that blows a game late on the 0-1 pitch, chopped foul down the first base line. It's 0-2. It's going to have to be one that involves like the Yankees or the Dodgers or the Red Sox, one of the big national brands. Probably on a national game like a Sunday night game, but it's going to take one time for that to happen for Major League Baseball to realize they need to change it where you have an ABS challenge in the 9th inning. They did give the caveat to if you go to the extra innings, you get an extra one. But I think that should start in the 9th because that's what fans are going to remember. The 0-2 count, kicks and fires in the dirt. Ball gets away, and the runner at first will head up to second. So that'll eliminate the force play there, and it's 1-2. Infield back and to the right. Huge hole on the left side down the third base line. The 1-2. High and inside, 2-2. Standing on deck. That may be Rivas. I really thought they would pinch hit for him because you've got a couple of good options there. The 2-2 swing. Just got a piece of it. Fell out of the glove of Wells. He rolls his eyes because he wanted that W. You've got Ref Snyder, who's a good pinch hitter in general, but he does hit lefties better. You got Garver, who's a good pinch hitter, and Robles. Robles has always been pretty good coming off the bench. You got to get Young on base first, the 2-2. Swing. Fouls it back. Yankees 5, Seattle 3, and Bednar wants a new baseball. We'll see you tomorrow night, 9:40. First pitch come on the air 1 hour before Braves games. Usually about 40, 45 minutes before the out-of-town game. So 1:30 on Friday's game with the Red Sox. The 2-2. Inside. Ball 3, 3-2. Full count now. Young trying to fight his way aboard. 37 pitches for Bednar. Now, they have the day off tomorrow, but that's still a pretty high pitch count for a reliever this early in the year. Full count. The 8th pitch of the at-bat. Swing! Fouls it away. And we'll do it again. Cole Young's at least making him work for it. A single would most likely make this a one-run game. He represents the tying run. He hits one here out of the park, and you're in the Seattle area. That's not an earthquake. That's T-Mobile Park. The payoff pitch. Swing! Lifts it into left field. Foul territory. Drifting. Just out of play. We'll say 4 rows back, and we'll do it again. Looks like a lady with the Aaron Judge jersey got the rebound of the souvenir. It bounced a couple of times. She is happy as a clam. This will be the 10th pitch of the at-bat. The payoff pitch. Swing! That ball's lifted high and deep into right field. Going back on the track, making the catch. Right there at the warning track is Aaron Judge for a loud out number 3. Yankees win. Yankees win. New York Yankees. The Yankees win. Isn't that how he does it? 5-3 the victory for the Yankees. They'll go to 5-1. Seattle will fall to 3-4. And we will see you on tomorrow night, 8:40 first pitch. Braves versus Diamondbacks. And don't forget the doubleheader on Good Friday. It's going to be a Good Friday. We got a doubleheader, weather permitting. We'll see you next time. Y'all have a great one. Thanks for hanging out here with us on the BCR. Casey at the Bat by Ernest Lawrence Thayer. The outlook wasn't brilliant for the Mudville Nine that day. The score stood 4-2, but with 1 inning more to play. And when Cooney died at first and Barrows did the same, a pall-like silence fell upon the patrons of the game. A straggling few got up to go in deep despair. The rest clung to the hope which springs eternal in the human breast. They thought, if only Casey could but get a whack at that, we'd put up even money now with Casey at the bat. But Flynn preceded Casey, as did Jimmy Blake, and the former was a hoodoo, while the latter was a cake. So upon that stricken multitude, grim, melancholy sat, for there seemed but little chance of Casey getting to the bat. But Flynn let drive a single, to the wonderment of all, and Blake, the much despised, tore the cover off the ball. And when the dust had lifted and men saw what had occurred, there was Jimmy safe at second and Flynn a hugging third. Then from 5,000 throats and more rose a lusty yell. It rumbled through the valley. It rattled in the dell. It pounded on the mountain and recoiled upon the flat. For Casey, mighty Casey, was advancing to the bat. There was ease in Casey's manner as he stepped into his place. There was pride in Casey's bearing, and a smile lit Casey's face. And when responding to the cheers, he lightly doffed his hat. No stranger in the crowd could doubt 'twas Casey at the bat. 10,000 eyes were on him as he rubbed his hands with dirt. 5,000 tongues applauded when he wiped them on his shirt. Then while the writhing pitcher ground the ball into his hip, defiance flashed in Casey's eye, a sneer curled Casey's lip. And now the leather-covered sphere came hurtling through the air, and Casey stood a-watching it in a haughty grandeur there. Closed by the sturdy batsman, the ball unheeded sped. That ain't my style, said Casey. Strike one, the umpire said. From the benches black with people, there went up a muffled roar, like the beating of a storm waves on a stern and distant shore. Kill him! Kill the umpire! Shouted someone on the stand, and it's likely they'd have killed him had not Casey raised his hand. With a smile of Christian charity, great Casey's visage shone. He stilled the rising tumult. He bade the game go on. He signaled to the pitcher, and once more the dun sphere flew. But Casey ignored it, and the umpire said, "Strike two!" "Fraud!" cried the maddened thousands, and echoed answered, "Fraud!" But one scornful look from Casey, and the audience was awed. They saw his face grow stern and cold. They saw his muscles strain. And they knew that Casey wouldn't let that ball go by again. The sneer is from Casey's lip. His teeth are clenched in hate. He pounds with cruel violence his bat upon the plate. And now the pitcher holds the ball. And now he lets it go. And now the air is shattered by the force of Casey's blow. Oh, somewhere in the favored land, the sun is shining bright. The band is playing somewhere, and somewhere hearts are light. And somewhere men are laughing, and somewhere children shout. But there is no joy in Mudville. Mighty Casey has struck out. Casey at the Bat, Ernest Lawrence Thayer, published June 3rd, 1888. San Francisco Examiner.
Goodbye, sweetheart, well, it's time to go. We're back tomorrow with another show. Well, unless we're fired, we'll talk to you then. Goodbye, sweetheart, goodbye. Goodbye.
Guys and gals, it's time to go. We'll see you on the next show.
Same bat time, same bat channel.
It's closing time, y'all. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. Have a great one. On your way out, please like and subscribe, and don't forget to tip your favorite bartender. We'll see you. I'm Mac McGee, signing off for Braves Country Radio.